Almighty self, we are. Yeah, you know what it is. It's the sorcerer, the black magician, the great wizard, the god. And I want to tell you, when it comes to magic, you got to put in the work. You know, if you want to be a great mastermind, you got to put in the work. You got to think outside of the box. You got to know that your magic is greater than what others call real. You see, when others say, that's impossible, that can't be done, I don't believe you, you got to know that it can be done. You got to understand that your power is the truth. You feel me? If you want to be a great magician, you got to understand that your power is greater than what they call real. You feel me? When you dealing with magic, you must know that your magic can do anything. Anything. You see? That's the level you got to get to. If you want to be a great magician, you got to create yourself. You can create yourself over and over and over again. You can create yourself every day. You feel me? You got to create. You feel me? Create your way. Create a better way for you and your family. Create a story about your own self. You dig? If it's going to help you, then create a book about you. Create a mythical book about yourself. Mythicalize yourself. If that will help you, then do that. You understand me? You got to understand your powers. The power of thought. Have you ever been sitting around just thinking about a person, then all of a sudden the phone rang and it's that person that you was thinking about? Have you ever just been sitting around thinking about a person, then all of a sudden they just knock on the door? That's a power. That's not a coincidence. That's a power. A lot of people throw that shit over their shoulder like, well, I don't know how that happened, but I don't know, but fuck it. Don't you want to understand that power? You got to practice using it. You know, and that person that sits around and think about bullshit all the time, this bullshit gonna happen to me, I'm sick, I'm dying, they're gonna get me, the police is coming, you know, sit around and think about bullshit that's gonna happen to them all the time. Usually bullshit come their way. It's the power of thought. So you gotta use this power to better yourself. You dig? Practice using this power to better yourself so it won't work against you. And you will understand it. You feel me? When bullshit thoughts come to your mind, and you know it's bullshit, just see through it. Don't argue with yourself. Why argue with yourself if you know it's bullshit? Just reject it by simply seeing through it. Just know it's an illusion and look through it. Understand your power. Don't give it no power. Don't feed into the bullshit. Just like you wouldn't listen to a motherfucker outside of yourself, don't listen to those thoughts inside of your head. That's bullshit. You feel me? Just know that it's an illusion and you have the power. You feel me? You got to understand your power. Do what works for you. If you want to be a true mastermind, then you got to understand that your mind is the only master. You got to understand that your mind is the master of all things. This is for the person that wants to be a mastermind. You dig? There are many a truths. There are many a ways to do things. So I teach many a ways. Pick one. Choose one. You feel me? If you want to be a mastermind, you got to know that your mind is the great superpower. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. The great masters say, if you don't mind, then it don't matter. You see, you have to have the power. Well, first you got to understand self. have understanding of self. Once you got understanding of yourself, and you got understanding of self-power, then you will have the power to unplug yourself from the matrix. You dig? And then you can plug yourself back up if you choose to, come inside of the matrix and control the things inside of the matrix. Why? Because you have understanding of self, and you know that you can control all things through the power of self. See? If you want to be a great sorcerer, a great magician, a great wizard, you got to practice using your willpower. The will, the power of will, can take away a headache. You don't need Anacin and Excedrin all the time. If you practice using your willpower, it will take away that headache. Or a common cold. You don't need Theraflu all the time, but you got to practice using this willpower. I'm not, bro, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking medicine. You dig what I'm saying? Because all things is energy, and energy work with energy. So I'm just letting you know what willpower can do. Willpower is the strength of will. You feel me? The strength of will. It can carry out one's decision and wants and plans. See, athletes, entertainers, soldiers, warriors, and of course magicians, you know, they use this power of will. And the truth is, anybody can use this power of willpower if they have a strong will. You see, when it comes to mind control, you got to practice controlling yourself. You see, a lot of people can control others, but they can't control themselves. So even if you do control a lot of people, you know, eventually your shit will fuck up because you don't have control over yourself. You can't even shut the fuck up. You dig? Always talking out of turn and shit. Understand your power. Understand the power of will. Understand the power of mind control. You dig? When you got mind control over others, you can make people sit down, stand up, run, jump, shout, believe, kill, steal, lie. You can make them do anything. You feel me? Understand the power of mind control. You see, some great minds believe in spirits and magic, and some great minds don't. Some great minds only believe in mind power. And I'm not mad at them, that's their choice. It's all the power of self. But because I choose to, I believe in magic. I believe in sorcery. I believe in spirits. You feel me? It's all energy to me. It's all self-power. So I use it. I use what I want to use. Understand your power. You can do the same. Understand what's going on. I want you to reach inside of yourself. Touch your inner self. Use that soul power. Use your passion. Use your emotions. Put your feelings into it. Push. Control your emotions. You see, you can control your emotions and still win. You can stay calm and have a smile on your face and still defeat your enemies. You can kick your enemy's ass with a smile on your face. You don't have to be mad or upset or have hatred in your heart against your enemy to kick his ass or to kick her ass or to kick their ass. You feel me? Control yourself. But at the same time, it's all self-power. So at the same time, you can use the energy of anger and attack your enemies like a lion or a bear or a tiger. You feel me? All self-power. Every day when you wake up in the morning, I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are the Almighty. You are the magical one. I love you. Fear nothing. I worship you. You can do all things. It's all your power. You gotta tell yourself this shit. Look in the mirror and tell yourself this shit every morning. You did? Increase your energy, increase your power, increase your magic. Understand what's going on. And I'm gonna end this shit by saying, black magic, black magic, black magic, almighty self, we are.